Boy, if we could get a stop here, that would be great. Zandervets at quarterback. Next to him is Petaway, and he gets a snap, and he's going to try to throw it underneath, and he does. He's got a screen to Petaway, and Petaway does get the first down. He'll be to the 45. Now, they do have 3 timeouts. There's 45
I think
seconds.
they only have 2, actually, because I remember them calling one.
Well, then they just have it wrong on the scoreboard?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So the clock starts up again. Here's a snap. He's rolling to his right, looking to his right, throws to his right, and it's in the hands of the Bulldog, and right out. And that's why that hit Floyd. That hit Floyd. That hit Mulkey. Man, I can't even say it. And I know him. Malachi Walters right in the hands, and I know him. I've seen him grow up, and I'll tell him on Sunday because he goes to my church. I'll say, that's why you're on defense, son.
No, somebody flashed in front of him.
Yeah, I think he didn't even know that ball was there.
Yeah, and he didn't even see the ball, I don't believe.
2nd and 10.
That'd have been a huge play, though, to pull that in.
Walters just right there in his hands, man. Now the quarterback's rolling to his left. Now he's looking to throw. He just throws it up to the running back, and he drops it. And I don't know if he would have stayed in bounds anyways. He was concentrating on tippy-toeing and catching it. It's 3rd and 10 with 27 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Bulldogs up 17-14. Woo. Come on, Bulldogs defense. 3rd and 10. They have their ball on the Bulldog 45.
No, they have it on their own 45.
Their own 45. Yes. That is correct.
The fans on our side is getting a little loud here for the opening home game for these dogs.
Man in motion from right to left. Now they got 3 guys to the left. He's going to roll to his right. He rolls to his right. He's looking. He gets hit. He is thrown down hard. And that's who threw him down there.
I'm looking.
26 on the hammer.
That's Maxey and all.
And again, I think the Bulldogs are beginning to believe in themselves.
And they just called a timeout, I believe, right there.
The Bulldogs?
Well, now I don't know what's going on.
I don't see a flag, do you?
I don't.
I think there's an official's timeout for a dude on the turf. And then somebody did call timeout somewhere.
4th and 14.
All right, here we go.
Whose timeout is it?
I think it's an official because he hasn't pointed.
So official timeout right now.
We don't need to go anywhere anyways. We're fine right here for the moment.
The ball's going to be at the 42.
And he says timeout, Bulldogs. Again, 18 seconds. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
Great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere. A catchy song, of course.
You can run, or you can't drive high. You can run, or you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
All right.
What are they going to do, Ben?
I would assume they'll punt.
You would assume they would.
I would assume that.
And now I think they just called a timeout, huh?
They had to have because...
Yep. All right. They took a timeout. They came out and seen what the Bulldogs defense looked like. Now they call a timeout.
I can't foresee them not kicking the ball away. You're not going to give them the short field to try a desperation, or not desperation, but a long pass into the end zone. You get a penalty. You could connect with it. I mean, no, you punt it away and go to halftime.
All right, well, let's take 30 seconds, and we'll be right back. Bulldog Football.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
All right, 4th and 14. Let's see, they're lined up like they're going, but I'm assuming he's dropping back. It's another
bit of a prevent defense in a sense. And there's the kick, and the Bulldogs are just going to let that go down, and it's going to roll down to the 10, to the 5, and they pick it up at about the 4-yard line with 9 seconds to go. Now, I would imagine the Bulldogs will take a kneel. Who knows? I mean, I don't know, Ben. If you get a one-on-one on glass, do you go?
Nah, I think you just take a knee and go in.
If you get a one-on-one on glass, it would be tempting for me. I don't know. Just throw it and say, hey, if you're going to do anything, overthrow him.
Yeah, see how far you can throw it. That'd be it.
Yeah. And just tell him, do not drop back into the end zone.
Well, that's another thing. Yeah, if
Yeah.
he's back in the end zone and you get a holding penalty, then it's a safety.
Yeah. So Pierce is to the right, 2 to the right. I don't even see. Yeah, there's Glass. He's going to go all the way to the left, and he will be out there by himself.
They are in shotgun, and he is in the end zone. Now he's
gonna
under
go
center.
underneath, and he takes a knee.
And just dove it for like 2 yards, and that'll be halftime.
Man, how exciting is this? At halftime, your Bulldogs 17, the Manor Mustangs 14, and I guarantee you the Manor Mustang coach is shocked because they were up 14 to nothing. It's a 17-point run for the Bulldogs as they go into halftime. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
And wolf?
Oh, a wolf. Ooh!
What about the tiny dog? Cat? Owl? Dolphin? What does the turkey say? Whale?
Well, so.
Do the giraffe?
Giraffe, really? Okay. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Do you need an automotive repair shop that you can trust? Visit Texas Discount Automotive, your local family-owned automotive shop. We are determined to provide the best service, repair, and experience possible. Call today at 254-458-8665 or visit us online at txdiscountautomotive.com. Texas Discount Automotive. We have discounts for everybody.
I'm here with girls cross-country coach Brian.
So, how are the kids?
Well, Emily made the honor roll.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, we're really proud of her. Tyler, on the other hand, though.
What's going on?
He's been moody lately, just feeling down and not like himself.
Oh, we've been there. Nick was struggling last spring. He was so anxious and stressed.
Really? What helped?
Well, he joined the soccer team. And ever since, he's been a lot happier. He has more energy, he's less stressed, and he's definitely in a better mood at home. It's made a huge difference.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting out of the house, he's getting some exercise, and he's off his phone for once. It's been good for his mental health.
Sounds like it's been good for your mental health, too.
All right, well, welcome back to Bulldawg Stadium, and tonight's special guest, we have our athletic director. I almost said volleyball coach, just out of habit for years and years and years. But athletic director Carrie Lowry. And Coach Lowry, man, let's first talk about this game. I mean, we were down 14 to nothing.
I know, it's exciting, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And it's, we started off the game kind of like we started off the first two games with positive thing happening, and then we shot ourselves in the foot with a silly penalty, but it looks like Tony Johnson's got the team back on track.
Mm-hmm. And do you see the enthusiasm and the kids getting excited, and that's going to snowball. That's going to keep us moving in the right direction.
And that's what we talked about a little bit on air. We said, they're starting to believe, and right. I think that's the danger of really, because Bulldogs were down 14 to nothing, and the Mustangs allowed the Bulldogs to just kind of get lady momentum on their side.
Right. And as an old-time coach here, I can tell you the last thing that happens that turns a program into a program and turns from losing to winning is what happens between their ears.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's just be honest. I mean, I'm not putting blame on anybody. I'm not saying anything else. But probably for the past almost 10 years, Bulldog football has not been what Bulldog football has been in the past. And so these kids don't know how to win almost.
No, most of these kids have grown up not being a winner in football necessarily. And now we've got these freshmen. We've got a legit freshman group, right? And so they don't know how to be anything but winners in whatever they do.
Yes.
And that's going to turn. That's going to help turn these kids into the winners that I know they can be.
Yeah, Coach Johnson has said in his Coffee with the Coach that those kids just love each other.
They do.
And he said that, it's just they'll go to bat for each other. They're going to love each other. They're allowed to correct each other. And in today's world, my wife's a teacher, and you know this: when you correct a kid nowadays, it's like, well, Johnny, are you okay with your feelings? And I know the way that you coach volleyball. It's not the way you coach. I mean, again, it's not that you were mean or anything else, but I used to say, and I know a lot of people that didn't like Coach Knight. But I used to say, man, if my kid was good enough to play for Coach Knight, I would have let him go.
Absolutely, you got to coach hard.
Coach Knight was just about team. He's like, hey, it's not about an individual; it's about a team. And so anyways, but it seems like, and again, I was even saying, we said in pregame here tonight, we said, I don't even know if it's about the Bulldogs winning tonight. We want to win, but man, we need to start playing some football, some team football, and we're seeing that here really in the second quarter. The first quarter we were not doing so well, but in the second quarter they started going. So again, you being a coach, you know how that goes. So I know you didn't have half times in volleyball. But I do know your dad was a basketball coach.
He was.
And I don't know, you probably snuck in and saw some halftime rah-rahs. I don't know.
Yes, I've seen thousands. Yes.
So as a coach, here you are, 17-14. You're at home. You're at halftime. And I know you have your different sets in volleyball, so you're able to talk to your team. What's your halftime speech?
My halftime speech is, do you see what you can do? This is what we've been talking about. This is what we've been working on. This is what we've been working for. Now, we've got to step back out there and continue to believe in what we can do and believe in each other, and then continue with what the program is. We've seen their weaknesses. We've seen their strengths. We know what our strengths are, so we need to play on our strengths, and we need to keep it going.
And then again, being a coach, you know as well as I do, these kids are 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. And maybe mom and dad went in the hospital today.
You don't know what they go home to.
You don't know what they go. Yeah, you don't know. So you could coach a perfect game if there's such a thing, right? But it's still the kids.
Absolutely. And there is no such thing as a perfect game. If there was a perfect athlete and a perfect team, you wouldn't need a perfect coach, would you? You wouldn't need a coach at all. But yeah, you don't know what they deal with every day. And they're excited. We had a big pep rally today, first pep rally of the year, and that went well. And so I think they're seeing a little bit of what they're capable of doing tonight.
All right. Well, I got a great text from Darla Tuiasosopo. Lady Dogs start district, right? This was the first district
Harker
game
Heights.
against Harker Heights, and they won in 3 sets, 25-19, 25-23, 25-16.
Awesome.
And I'm not a big volleyball person, but I know enough, and I know that the Lady Dogs have been struggling a little bit. I think is a fair thing, but now they're in district, and maybe they've hit the right point at the right time. Right.
There's all kinds of talent on that team. It's it takes a little bit for it all to mesh together, and especially when it's a new coach. We have a pretty good core group of returning varsity players, but we've got some young kids on there. We've got a sophomore on there I don't know if you remember Kiana Canetti that played for me, but Q was a phenomenal athlete and could have played football or golf or anything else she wanted to do and been phenomenal at it. And Erin she's that kind of athlete. I see that in her. And then Coach Thompson pulled a freshman up this week as well. So, it's just about meshing together and finding the right fit, and that fit may change a few more times depending on who we play. We have Pflugerville Weiss at...
And they're a tough team, right?
They potentially might win the district this year. It'll either be them or Midway, and Midway and Weiss are playing tonight. So, yeah.
Now your office is conveniently over there in the gym, and
it smells better over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Fair,
I'm not
fair.
stupid.
That's fair. No, but I guess what I was going with that is, do you find yourself meandering over into the volleyball very often, or you don't have time?
No, I try to let Coach Thompson. It needs to be her team, and those kids. I've been coaching those kids since they were in kindergarten, so I'm the only volleyball coach a lot of them have known. But I do, when it was preseason before the school year started, I did walk through to watch the first day, and before I knew it, I was in the middle of the court in the middle of a drill. And so I have to stop and I have to go back in because it's not fair to Coach Thompson. It's not. And she's doing a great job. And, she's been with me for 10 years. I gave her her first job and her last job. and hired her right out. She played for Van High School.
Well, okay, you said she's not getting fired.
No,
is she?
she's not.
Okay,
But she's staying until one of us falls over. So it's either she's gone or I'm gone. One of us.
Breaking news.
You
Coach
know,
Thompson.
right? Coach Thompson's okay. She's okay.
Somebody get the Cove Leader Press down there. All right, no, I'm just kidding.
But Coach Thompson was, when she was a senior in high school, she was at Van High School and I was at Springtown, and we beat them in the regional finals. And then she came out of college and came and coached for me. I gave her first job as freshman coach for me. And then 10 years ago, hired her back as my JV coach, assistant coach here. So she's doing a good job. They're gonna have a good season.
Let's talk a little bit more about football. Only 4 home games this year. Of course, that had nothing to do with you. That was planned beforehand.
Right.
Really does put our team at a disadvantage. But at any rate, what's new at the field? What's going on football-wise? Anything you can tell us? I know. Listen, I'm going to defend you here a little bit. Not that you need me to. Something new this year. We're getting our tickets online, and oh boy, it's just been rough. But that started back in COVID. We're late to the game.
We're way behind.
We're late to the game.
Any game you go to in any sport anywhere, you're buying your tickets online. There's safety reasons. Nobody's walking out of here with a money box with a couple $1,000
that's huge.
and driving back to my office to put it in a safe in the dark at the gym. You've been in the back of that gym.
Right.
It's pitch black dark. It's just we have less people that have to handle money. We don't have to bring money over here. We have less people.
That also takes away somebody wanting to steal money
You're
or something.
absolutely right.
I mean, that's a temptation.
You're right. And people get killed for $50 now. They're dang sure it doesn't take much to figure out, when the money box goes and where it goes.
Well,
so there isn't one anymore.
So when my son was playing baseball, I remember this is when we ran into it, and we just looked around and got people out there. If you're listening, if you come to the game and you understand a cell phone or a smartphone, look around you. You see an older person struggling, just buy them a ticket. My goodness, it's not that hard. Maybe they'll give you the cash, or just give it to them and bless them with a ticket. It's not that hard.
That's right, and we're helping them out here. I helped a couple people, and they, the easiest thing is just to do it at home. You can do it on your computer, and really any place you go, you're going to have to buy a ticket online for any sport, and that's happened 3 years ago. We're way behind.
Now,
not yet, but
somebody asked me, I didn't know.
But
the question was, is the concession stand the same for those that couldn't hear?
It's not, but most of the concession stands are primarily taking cash apps and things like that because of money. And a lot of places you go, they only take.
And those are not
the same thing.
Those are not ran by
we
the
don't
school
run
district,
those.
so that's by the club. So that's their decision, I would imagine.
Yes.
I heard a rumor, don't know if it's true, so I'm going to go right to the source, that maybe we tried to upgrade our officials where they meet at.
Yes. So
we probably had the smallest official rooms.
It's a closet. So everybody raise your right arm and take your shirt off your right arm, and I'll get this left arm, and then everybody turn left at the same time. It was a closet. It was embarrassing, I thought. And, I've been at volleyball games on Friday nights most of my career. Right. So last year was the first year that I was here for the entire games and able to see things, and I thought we can do better. So we built an area off part of one of the concession stands over there, refrigerator and nice chairs and a little air and a larger place for them to be where they could sit. And we got a reserved parking spot for them over there, because what happens right here is both teams and the officials all run out into a little line, and it's just not a good
what the Manor coach told me before, and we weren't talking about that, but somehow we got talking about officials, and he told me before the game, he said, "Man, I tell you what I do for my officials." He says, "Man, I have a little thing of candy bars in there. I have drinks for them. I make sure, and for years." We've always, and of course everybody feels this way, that we don't get the home cooking, and I mean, again, I've been over there. I used to interview them in their referee room, and man, it was like this little place where you got to put 8 guys in. And,
it was, yes.
And heaven forbid they have a female, and sometimes they do, and so it was just a terrible spot. Well, Coach. Let's go to volleyball. I mentioned that maybe they didn't have all the wins that normally they do, but it sounds like after tonight's result, and as they go into district, that they are now maybe peaking at the right time, because the other doesn't get you in the playoffs. I mean, it gets you glory points. Let's be ranked and all that, but
that doesn't mean anything. And those tournaments, you play a lot of games in tournaments. You can play typically when I was coaching, we'd play 20 games before school started because we'd had our tournaments. So you're going to win some of those. You're going to lose some of them. If you've got new kids on varsity, it takes them a little bit to get their legs under, their sea legs underneath them. That's a long stream of 3 weekends in a row, 9 days of tournaments. You know, that's a lot. And so it takes a minute. And so sometimes you lose some close ones and that those are going to pay off for you down the road.
What's JV and freshmen look like?
Our JV, Hope Chapman, who played for me, is coaching our JV right out of college.
Yeah.
And she graduated from Southwest Texas State in 2 years because she got so many college credits in high school and stuff, and she's in the top 5% in her class.
She loved to read. I remember that.
Oh, she's so smart, such a good kid. So they are. I think they've only lost 3 or 4 games.
Good for them.
Yeah,
Good.
and then our freshmen are doing well. I'm not sure what their record is, but they're doing well also.
Cross country's going right now?
Cross country's going right now. They've had their 3rd meet this weekend, and they got some young kids, but they are getting better. Coach Boyce tells me their times are getting better every meet, and so I'm going out to watch them next Friday.
Cross country, otherwise known as off-season basketball?
Sometimes, or soccer, or
all those, because you're gonna.
Yes.
It's great endurance,
That's right?
And
That's
so,
right.
Tennis is going on?
Tennis is going on. Tennis is killing it. Tennis is winning. They're in Galveston this weekend for their big tournament.
And tennis is typically I'm going to use the term, a rich man's sport. And we know that, listen, I tell people all the time, the good thing about Copperas Cove is we don't have rich people. The bad thing about Copperas Cove is we don't have rich people. And so these are kids that are just getting out there and getting after it.
Right. And, you know, Coach Talbot has been here for 30 plus years.
I was going to say, the coach has been around longest?
He has. He retired, and then we had someone else for a little bit, and then we got him back out of retirement. And he has turning it back around into a program. And they are winning win after win after win.
Good. What else is going on?
Swim's about to start up into September, and, you know, basketball will be here before you know it. And so we've got basketball kids out there, you know, in the mornings getting ready to go. We've got a lot of kids out, for both boys and girls. And Coach Boyce has been here for a little while. And then Coach Short, this will be his 2nd year, had his first off season last spring. And so we got a lot of kids out for that. So it's all here.
What else? Anything else going on that we just need to know about?
New scoreboard's coming. It's coming.
Good. I'm glad you mentioned that. I forgot about that.
So excited about it. I have not forgot about it.
It was supposed to be in, but something happened with a crane.
Well, there's been some issues we had to upgrade electrical and Wi-Fi and things like that. But it's going to be nice, and it'll be here by the next home game. They're going to.
Now, can we hold you to that?
Yes.
Okay. Even if you have to be out there, you know.
Yes. Are you going to hold me all the way up there to it?
65-inch TV out there.
We better get the crane then, I guess. You know. So, but yeah, they would start next week, but we're going to wait until the off week for football because it'll take a couple of days. You know, I keep saying with all the birds' nests and everything in the back of that one, when they just get all the birds' nests out, that one's just going to fall down.
So here's what's interesting, Coach. And I used to live right across the street, and I was here when they put up that scoreboard. When they put up that scoreboard, it was the biggest scoreboard in the state of Texas for high school.
Absolutely.
And what a lot of people, this kind of turf we have now, we had it before the Dallas Cowboys. We were ahead of, but we haven't upgraded in years.
We have not.
And it's time. And so, you know, some people, the football team, and do you really need this and all that. So what would your answer be?
Here's why we need it. Because it's not just about football. It's also about soccer. It's about track.
Yeah.
It's about, this new scoreboard is going to be as big as what you see there, but it's all going to be screen.
Yeah.
It will all be digital. We're also going to get a smaller strip scoreboard down here.
Okay, good.
Okay, and so all of this right here, we're going to be able to do better advertising, better sponsorship, all that. I'm going to try to put a bid in to host the district track meet next year.
Oh, and that's good money for the
I want to host
sport teams.
That's right. We've been hosting playoff volleyball and basketball games because we have a nice gym. We want to host some playoff football games. We want to host track meets. We want to host playoff soccer games. That's going to bring revenue into this community. Hotel rooms, people eating at restaurants, things like that.
And I think it's you that did it. If not, it was. But I think it was you that actually let our soccer team start playing here again.
Yeah.
And you know,
Well, yeah.
before our soccer teams were relegated somewhere else,
No.
and I don't know if they were relegated, but they want to play at Bulldog Field.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're a good centrally located facility, especially for some of the smaller schools that could have playoff games here. But the scoreboard hadn't been nice enough to have a playoff game here. You know, they want to see playback and you know, replays, and we're upgrading sound and camera system, all of it. So it's going to be really nice. And if we get...
You said sound too?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
all right.
Yes. And so we get playoff games here. Our kids are going to be sitting here saying, I want to do that. I want to be in the playoffs. Let's get in the playoffs.
Yeah, and we know our school district, you know, we're not getting a new stadium. I do appreciate some of the big vinyl things you've put up and some of the things around that's made the stadium look better. And you know, we don't need a I don't know. I guess a lot of these school districts are getting 35 million.
Oh my God! Did you see that with Melissa ISD? It's a 4A, 35 million.
But they know they're growing. DFW is going out that way. So, but yes, you're right. And we don't even know where we could find that kind of money. But it's not a bad stadium. But I like the way you're dressing it up, and I just want to let you know that I appreciate that.
Thank you.
We see it over at the football annex as well. We see it at the gym and it just gives us a little bit of pride. Now, Ben and I were talking. I think it was Ben and I, but we were talking before the game. No, maybe it was my son and I. The lights that turn off and go different colors. Is that anywhere in the future?
Hopefully. I've got all kinds of things in my head.
Well, the benefit, some people say, well, lights are lights. What's the difference? No, those lights can be turned off and on just like that, right?
Yes, right.
Where these have to, they go off, they have to warm up for 20, 30 minutes.
So we're looking at LEDs. You know, I want to do them in the gym. I would like to do them. You know, we did the new digital scoreboards in the gym. You haven't seen
nice.
Yeah, and you haven't seen the floor. I had the floor redone in the gym.
I saw a picture.
It looks nice.
Matt sent me a picture of that.
Looks nice.
And then now we've got the booth up there.
Our Chick-fil-A donated the booth.
Now, let
Isn't
me
that
say,
nice?
I'm not going to like that. Let me tell you why. I love being on the floor right next to
I know.
But now you're going to make me get exercise.
That's right. You're going to have to get your steps in.
But I do understand, especially for volleyball, being right next to the. I mean, you could break equipment and everything real easy in volleyball. But
sure. And people want to talk to you and they bump into you and everything else while you're down there. There's a lot of extra stuff going on.
Yeah.
So y'all are going to be up at the top. It's a better view.
Yeah.
I did cameras in the gym and TVs so that we have. If you're working in the concession stand or you're in the lobby eating,
that's huge.
You can watch the game. We're going to try to do that for softball because our concession stand for people that are working faces the tennis courts.
Right.
I don't even understand what that thought process was.
Let's be honest. At one time, our softball was just a secondary thought.
Right. Well. Yeah.
Anyway.
There's been some things that have been secondary thoughts.
But
you know, that is the benefit of having, I think, an athletic director that comes from, I've coached a little bit of everything, and I have time to focus on everything. I'm not just focusing on volleyball or football or softball or basketball or whatever. I get to see the big picture and try to help everybody out a little bit.
What do you know about baseball? Because a lot of people don't realize this, that really probably over the past 10 years, our most successful male program has been baseball, making the playoffs and doing well. And so what do you know about baseball this year?
Listen, Coach Lavallee is exceptional, and I worked hard to get him here. I think he's a great hire. I think he's kind of an old school coach in his drive and his expectation and his structure, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm an old school coach too. Somebody's got to prove to me that old school doesn't work and structure and expectation doesn't work. It does work, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do with that program. And I was able to get him a second sport that wasn't football so that he can focus on baseball all year, and that makes a difference. You know, football is a year-round kind of, it's you're all in. And if you're the head baseball coach, you should get to focus on, what you're doing. So,
and baseball is pretty much a year-round sport. There's very few guys that can just pick it up at a certain time of year.
Yeah, and we're able, because he's not in football, to have fall league, and he was able to have summer league with them and those kind of things, and that's going to pay off. I want every sport, every program we've got to just continue to get more and more successful. Absolutely. And we've got 3 or 4 returning softball players that are going to be seniors this year that have already committed to either D1 or D2 colleges. So
let me ask you this question real quick. Well, there's two questions. October, is that when we do a count?
Yes.
What do you think? Is there any chance for us to go back down 5A?
No, I don't think so. I don't.
The only reason I was thinking maybe there could be a chance is because so many other areas in Texas are growing so much. I mean, and that's where it almost seems unfair. Like we played Georgetown the past 2 weeks, but I bet you both those schools got more than us now.
For sure.
Because the Austin area is growing so crazy and so fast. And in the DFW, and everybody's moved from California, Washington, Oregon, and we're seeing a little bit of it here, but it doesn't seem like quite the same.
No, but we're growing as well, and we grow just enough every year to keep us in the 6A.
Any talk of a 7A?
There is talk, you know, but there was talk. 6A was the talk that it was going to initially kind of separate the big 6As from the rest of us, and that's not really what happened.
Because we go into the playoffs. We're a school of 2,200, 2,300, and you go up against DeSoto or
Prosper,
Duncanville. That's 6,000 students.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that's just
absolutely. I do think,
and your starters may not be different, but depth.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I played Prosper a couple of years in the playoffs, and they literally had 12 Division I 6'4" left-handers sitting on their bench.
Well, I remember Duncanville girl basketball a couple of years ago had 8 Division I players as seniors.
I know. It's crazy.
I mean, that means 3 Division I players don't even start.
They don't. They may not get in the game. Who knows?
That's amazing.
No. And I think there's a possibility that the clean schools will come back to 6A. And so that might put us back in the district with them again and take Midway out and maybe Bryan out. But, you just don't know. You don't know until it all happens.
Right.
But we'll know in February where we go.
And then, you got schools like that are a little bit closer to us that's got to be getting bigger down there like Liberty Hill.
Oh,
My goodness.
Liberty Hills will go up.
Yeah.
They will.
And, and so, that's interesting. All right, well, we'll go ahead and take a break so we can get back with some stats or highlights. Over with Ben. Coach, thank you for your time. A little bit longer than usual, but thanks for the updates.
Well,
I know everybody's going to enjoy it.
Right,
Again, we're at halftime. The Bulldogs are up 17-14. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
Down the field, they found the end zone.
And fakes it to Petaway, but now he's going to...
The Bulldogs were the first to receive, but were unable to get a drive going. They punted to the Mustangs, and Manor started the first drive on their own 26. After a quick march down the field, they found the end zone.
Here it is, and fakes it to Petaway, but now he's going to throw it out to the flat. And Guy makes a good move, and he's going to get a first down. He's done the 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
The Dogs weren't able to score on the next possession, and Manor took over at their own 1-yard line. 4 plays later, they found a hole and took off for the end zone.
He gets a snap, and he's, fakes the throw and then hands it off, and he is probably gone. He's to the 40, to the 50, to the 40. He's a big guy, and number 14 tries to tackle him. He can't get it. He takes that to the house.
On the next possession, the Bulldogs had momentum but were forced to punt it away. The Dogs needed to stop, and it came courtesy of Darius Milo.
It's intercepted by the Bulldogs, and boy, did we need that. That is caught by number 23, Milo. Now, that had to have been third down, Ben, because they only had 2 yards to go.
That gave the Dogs the momentum they needed. After marching down to the 1-yard line, Malik Cuthbert found a hole.
So Kassan from the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Cuthbert. Cuthbert up the middle, and that's a Bulldog touchdown. Cuthbert just went off the left guard there, and of course that's the side you got the Uni too.
The Uni brothers.
The Dogs had a critical third down stop, and that set them up with great field position after Manor was forced to punt.
And here's the kick. Back to get the ball is the Bulldog, and he'll get the ball at the 45. He's to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, and he fights down to the 11-yard line.
The Dogs weren't able to make it into the end zone, but they did line up for the field goal to try to chip away at Manor's lead.
Gerardo the Holder, he's a former quarterback a couple years ago.
The ball's down, the ball's up, and it is good. So the Bulldogs score 3. It's 14-10. And I tell you what, about 10 minutes ago, Ben, I would have said I'm excited to be down 10-14. So they're doing good.
That brought the score to 14-10 in favor of the Mustangs. A momentum shift fired up the Bulldogs' defense, and they stopped the Mustangs again. This gave our offense an opportunity to take the lead.
Man in motion's Miller from right to left. Here we go. And it's a handoff. And it's
Freeman.
Freeman for a Bulldog touchdown. I'm going to tell you there, the key to that one was the nose guard came across, and Michael Uni put him on his back.
Yeah, he did a trap play on him, and he just...
That gave the Dogs a lead 17-14. Manor was eager to score again before halftime, but the Dogs had other ideas.
Man in motion from right to left. Now they got three guys to the left. He's going to roll to his right. He rolls to his right. He's looking. He gets hit. He is thrown down hard.
And that's how the half ended, with your Copperas Cove Bulldogs leading the Manor Mustangs 17-14.
All right. There's good highlights there from our audio producer, or show producer, Matt. He got a promotion. We have audio Cole, but show Matt. I can go through the stats real quick. They're lining up, so we'll do kickoff. The only stat that matters is the Dogs have 17 points on the scoreboard and the Mustangs have 14. So that's your big stat.
That's the big stat. And Ben, the way it was starting, I thought we were going to wind up losing 48-0 or something. Let's hand it to the boys. They didn't crumble, and the coaches made some adjustments, obviously, on defense. And I think the coaches thought, and rightfully so, that they were going to come and just run the ball down our throat. And they started throwing those quick outs, and we've adjusted.
We have. So hopefully the Mustangs didn't adjust too good at halftime, and we can continue it up.
Here's the kick, and same place to number 11 again, and he
14 this time.
They changed him up. He catches it, and he's going to get to about the 36-yard line. 35 is where they're going to mark it.
Yeah, so you got a 4-yard return on that one.
So he's on the Manor 35, and that's the old pooch kick that a lot of coaches say, well, if you got somebody dangerous, we'll just give it to you at the 35.
Yeah,
and we're okay with that.
Instead of watch you run to the end zone.
So if the Bulldogs now, they're up 17-14, and man, what you would love to see is a quick 3 and out, or at least don't let them score on this first drive, and that would be huge.
Yeah, I would. It'd be great to have a 3 and out, but just don't let them drive down the field on you and take over the lead on the scoreboard.
So here's the first snap, man in motion, and it's going to be a handoff, and he's going to try to go around the edge, and he does get the edge, and he is, oh boy, he got about 15 yards or so,
yeah,
maybe
that was
20.
Pet away, and he got it to the Dogs' 45-yard line, so he got a 25-yard pickup there.
Yes, good. Just an end-around sweep, it looked like, huh?
Yeah, they had they call him an H-back, but it's like the tight end, but he's off the line of scrimmage, and he led him around the corner, and before you knew it, he was 20 yards down the field.
Here's a snap and another handoff to a sweep to the right, and he's got 5, and he's going to get about 10 yards and maybe 11.
Let's see where they're marking it at. They're marking it at the 29.
Sending Tuiasa Sopo in. He was not in the play there.
So another first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Manor Mustangs. Still at quarterback, Zardovets. Zardovets has the ball, and he's going to hand it off and straight up the middle this time. And he'll be stopped for about 3. Petaway carrying the mail on every play so far. And, when you got a big guy like that is powerful and strong and likes to make contact and has speed, you just get it to him. So it's going to be 2nd, and they're showing 9. 2nd and 9, only 1-yard gain. Looks more like a 2-yard game.
It looks like a 2-yard game to me, yeah.
Yeah. Scoreboard says 9. It doesn't matter what's on the field. I think it's 2nd and 8. High snap, and he does hand it off, and he goes around the end and meets him in the backfield. Who is that?
I'm going to look.
Number 20.
26.
26.
That's Maxie Endall again.
And you know what? Not the way I try to tackle this big guy.
No, but it worked.
By the shoulders, and he brought him down.
So he lost 1 on that one.
So it's going to be 3rd and 11.
3rd down, Copperas Cove Stadium.
3rd and 11, probably 4-down territory, but they just come out running right now. Probably a pass
Here's
here.
A snap, and he is rolling to his left. He's got an option to run. He's in trouble. They got him behind the line, and there's a flag. He
holding
in the black, and it's a block in the back.
Block
I believe.
in the I said
and then
holding,
he
but
throws it away. So now you got a decision. Do you take him back 10 yards or do you decline it because it's 4th and 11?
I think decline it.
Who what?
I think Johnson was.
I think you would take him back 10 yards.
Johnson was pointing. Nope, he said
they're
no.
gonna
Never mind.
decline it. Okay.
Yeah, because it's 4th and 11 instead of giving them 2 shots at it, because they still will go on 4th. That would be my thinking. But I'm up here.
But again, we haven't really seen a throw over 8 yards in the air. Right? And I think it's only been 1. Everything else has been less than 5. Really, probably less than 3 yards in the air. And when I say 3 yards in the air, I mean forward. So it's 4th and 11. They got some guys coming in and some guys coming out. See what they're going to do here.
Watch Petaway. He's up at the top. And he's got single coverage on him.
Yeah, I think I would double up over there on him.
The safety is kind of moving over. Now he's coming around. They're going to try that flip pass, I think. Well, they looked at it.
Now he rolls. Now he's going to throw it, and he throws over his head. It's going to be Bulldog football at the 35-yard line.
Good stand there by the defense.
It looks like a totally different team from
last week.
Well, from the first quarter, Ben.
Yeah.
It's almost like they have Manor doubting themselves. And the Bulldogs say, okay, we believe. We believe.
Yeah, if they could drive down the field here, that would just really make the Mustangs doubt themselves. Is that Cuthbert in the backfield with him?
No, it's number 5, Cuthbert. And Micah Kassan adjusting some people to the right.
Yeah, they're going to have trips right now instead of twins on both sides.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kassan looking to his right. Now he's going to have to scramble, and he's trying to throw it to Izquierdo, and he's just throwing that away.
Yeah, and he got it out, so avoided the sack, and that's the main thing there.
Yep. So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 35. 9:37 to go here in this second half. Well, the third quarter, actually.
Yeah, he's done well on getting rid of the ball and not taking a sack. I don't believe he's taken a sack this evening.
Again, it looks like the same setup. 3 to the right, 1 to the left, and a running back next to him on his right. Kassan gets a snap. He's looking down the middle. He escapes. He's now rolling to his right, running to his right. He's to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, steps out at about the 49. He's going to give him the 50.
Give him the 50 and a first down. That's a 15-yard pickup.
Why does it seem like when you're doing good, you get better calls? When you really need a good spot, you don't get it. But
Russ, do you know what that was?
That was a Chick-fil-A first down.
That's right.
All right, so now we got trips to the left, and we've got single coverage over here right on Demetrius Pierce. A high snap, and it was almost like he didn't expect it. The ball's on the ground, and they're going to jump on it.
It's still on the ground. I hope the Dogs got on it.
Yeah,
yes, they did.
It looked like nobody was ready for that play.
Yeah, I don't know if the center was on a different count than everybody else, but...
yeah, it looked like the only person ready was the center, and he snapped it. So now it's 2nd and about 13. Good thing there, Cuthbert fell on that ball behind the line. Only a loss of 3. Could have been worse.
It trips left now.
Here's a snap. He's looking left, and he's got a man on the slant, and that's going to be Miller, and he's going to get 3 yards to the 50.
Back to the original line, bring up 3rd and 10.
You just wonder at what point you do a pump and go. I mean, obviously, probably not on this play. They're expecting you to go deep. You need 10 yards. But again, if you get 5 or more, you're probably going for it.
Yeah, I would say you are.
So
they're
Kassan
blitzing.
Gets it. Yes, here he's better get
and
rid
a
of
screen.
It. Yep, to Cuthbert. Cuthbert slips a tackle. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. He's going to have reservations for 6. That's a Bulldog touchdown. More importantly, there's no laundry on the field.
No, there isn't.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I don't know if it was the call. I don't know if...
That was a perfect call because they blitzed.
Yeah,
all 3 linebackers came.
Yeah, again, I don't know if it was a call or if they just shifted because they saw what was going on. But whatever it was great execution, Ben. And again, Cuthbert really made one guy slip. He slipped the first tackle, and then nobody could catch up with him. Bulldogs 23, Mustangs 14. Point to come. High snap, but handled. It's kicked, and it's up, and it is good. Bulldogs 24, Mustangs 14. That's 24 straight points for the Bulldogs. And Ben will give us a recap when we come back after this commercial. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day. And our chicken is hand battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed. Love in the window. And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
All right, back here at Bulldawg Stadium, that was a 6-play, 65-yard drive, taking a minute 36 off the clock. The final 50 yards, a screen pass from Kassan to Cuthbert. Cuthbert made one-man miss, turned on the Jets, and he was in the end zone. Luna come in and knocked in the PAT, so we have 8:07 left in the third. Dogs 24, Mustangs 14.
Now, if they're looking for 11, he's in the middle now.
Yeah, they're trying to hide him.
Yeah, I'm saying if they're looking for him, that's where he's at.
I think our front, like 3 guys right here next to the kicker are pointing at him.
That ought to make you feel warm and welcome.
Right. So the Bulldogs with a 10-point lead with 8:07 to go in the third quarter. Here comes the kick, and it goes over 11's head on the ground, and it's finally picked up at about the 13. And
why did they? Oh, because the one guy called a fair catch, but he didn't catch it.
Yep. Was it number 11?
No, I think it was number 8 called a fair catch, but he didn't field the ball. The other guy did.
Okay.
And so it's wherever they get the ball.
Did you know? I did not know that rule. I did not know that rule. Anybody that calls for a fair catch, it's now dead.
And it was close to the ball. So, yeah, he called a fair catch, but he let the other guy get it. It's still a dead ball right there.
Did not know that. But if you catch a fair catch in the air, they would have the ball out to the 25.
Well, that's where the ball got picked up.
Yeah,
that'd be the same.
If it was in the air.
Oh,
though,
yeah.
They would have. Yeah. So that's interesting. That's a big miscue, really. So they have the ball on the 14-yard line.
All right, twins to both sides. Let's see if the defense can get off the field again like they did last time.
Fakes the handoff and throws it outside, and no discombobulation out there.
Yes.
It's incomplete. So it's going to be 2nd and 10, and again, I think where they've kind of gotten in trouble is they get behind the chains, and like we say, on that first down, you want to get 3 or 4 yards at least.
Yes, and they're not getting. Right now, the defense has been great.
Well, they should have had 3 or 4 yards on that one, but it was a miscommunication. Here we go, and this one's going to be they're going to try the same kind of thing, and they're calling it incomplete.
Ball's on the ground, so it's incomplete.
Yeah, bad throw. They're just. I think they're flustered.
It's, if you want to use a term, the wheels are falling off on them right now. You got some scores there, Cole?
I got a few. Shoemaker is losing 26-35 to Midlothian. Heights is winning 33-27 over Round Rock Cedar Ridge.
We'll keep up after this play.
All right. Zardovet's ready for the snap, and he gets it. He's looking to his right. He's got pressure. It's a screen pass. What a great sniff there.
Let me see who that was.
Number 3. That's the biggest small man in the district, Xavier Tacklebon. And I mean, that was a picture-perfect tackle. He sniffed it out. I mean, as soon as that guy even touched the ball, Tacklebon, that might weigh 150 pounds soaking wet, takes down the 215-pound powerful running back. And it's 4th and 9.
1 yard gain is all they got on that screen pass. And Had he not made that play, it was set up. But
Glass is back for the Bulldogs. Here's the punt, and it's going to hit at about the 40. Go out of bounds. Oh, the Bulldogs are going to get great position.
37-yard line.
37-yard line. Tacklebaum gets 23-yard by the coaches, and it's like he just won the Super Bowl for them. They are just happy with Tacklebaum. Wow, what a big hit by Tacklebaum.
And the tide has turned on these Mustangs. The Dogs are taking a dog bite out of those Mustangs.
7-17.
Clean High is winning 30-13 over Cleburne. Midway is losing 17-48 against Vandergrift. Chaparral is winning 34-21 over Marble Falls. And I can keep going.
All right, here we go. Here's a snap. Kassan looking downfield. Now he's got pressure. He's going to throw, and he does, and it's going to be he's outside the tackle box.
Yeah, and he got past the line of
Their
scrimmage.
coach was like upset about it, but great job again there by Kassan just getting ready to the ball.
Hutto is losing. Sorry.
I'm just going to say the one thing I do see here by number 1, Godley, he's got his hands on his hips.
Yeah, they've been on the field a lot since about the midway through the second quarter on.
And this guy's got a tremendous motor, so you want him tired.
Yes.
So Kassan's got trips to the right, 1 to the left. Here's a snap. And he's looking, and he's just going to have to take a sack there, and that's probably his first sack of the night.
Yes, it is. Back at the 43.
They've dialed up some pressure there.
So a 6-yard loss there, bringing up 3rd down and 16. Again, you want to pick up maybe around 10 of this and then go for it at 4th.
All right, it's not even bad to go deep here, though, Ben. You know, like we said before, remember they got that interception on the 2-yard line or 3-yard line. So, it's just as good as a punt if, and high school kids, they like to get the interception. So he's got some time. He's looking. He is going deep to the right side. Pierce is down there, and there's a lot of contact.
A lot of hand checking, but no call.
A lot of hand checking. And the punt team is going to go out, and Pierce is going to have to come all the way back to punt the ball. And you hear our fans, they're not necessarily happy, but, I don't know who you'd call that on anyway.
Yeah, it was a lot of hand checking, but what they looked at is it didn't impede his progress to the ball, I guess. So now he's having to hustle back, and he's talking with the Mustang defensive back who is covering him. So now we got Colesburg in as a personal protector. I don't remember if he was in there the other punt.
Nobody back. Here's a snap. Here's the punt. And it's going to land at about the 10 and take a bounce to the 14, and it's going to land about the 13. So not bad. Not bad.
No, it was a 30-yard punt, but not bad. You don't want to punt in the end zone.
You would have liked to seen the Bulldogs do something with that, at least come out with 3, but weren't able to do anything on that. I think that was a desperation play or desperation possession for their defense, and their defense is trying to hold them in the game.
Yeah, they couldn't let them just go down there and score again. But now our defense can stand tall like they have. Tacklebaum made a heck of a play on that screen pass.
Hutto is getting their tails handed to him, 57-12.
Dang.
Wow.
Who's it? What?
Oh, Sebo Still.
Sebo, okay.
Cibolo still?
Cibolo, yeah.
All right, here we go. And it's a handoff. Nope, fakes the handoff, and it's a slant route, and he does catch it.
Got the ball.
Oh, Bulldogs got it, I believe.
I believe they do.
They let him catch it, and what a great strip there. Whoever was on him, it was a great strip. I think it was either 23 or 25 that stripped the ball, but 23 came out with the ball.
23 got it.
23 came with the football.
And so that's Milo's second time. He had an interception
turnover.
Earlier. Yes. Fumble recovery, and Milo coming up big in this game. And so Bulldogs got the ball back 6-11. If you're the defense, you just got off the field, one play, and now the Bulldogs got it, and you gave everything you could on the last 3, Ben.
Yeah, that's huge right now.
So it'd be interesting to see what the Bulldogs do. They tried to throw it all 3 times last time. Maybe they come out with a run. We'll see. And he is throwing, and there's something going on here. False start on the Bulldogs. Looks like number 22 in the backfield, Nakeem Freeman, for the Bulldogs. So we're going to start off with first down and 15 to go. So the ball will be placed at the 38.
Now Cuthbert checks in. Freeman comes out.
I'd like to see a big run by him again.
Yeah. Well, he showed some speed on that screen pass, didn't he? He made one guy miss, and then it was off to the races.
There's a snap, and it's another screen pass setup, and he's going to run to his left, or to his right, excuse me, does a little shake and bake, and he gains about 3 or 4 yards.
They're marking it at the 35, so about a 3-yard pickup. You were right. That'll bring up second down and about 12.
The screen was open, but he had a guy coming at him, and so he couldn't get the ball over to him.
And he made the wise decision. You don't want to throw it up and let him intercept it and run it back for a pick six. So good. He's been making good decisions tonight.
Twins to the right, twins to the left. Running back beside him on his left. Oh, and there's a blitz, and he's throwing it deep, and nobody out there.
Yeah,
I don't see a flag.
Pierce stopped, and they did not call grounding because Pierce stopped on the route. So 3rd and 12 now. Right now, the Mustangs are saying we're not going to give you time.
Well, the Mustangs, their front three is putting great pressure.
Well, they're sending at least one linebacker every play.
Oh, there was a whistle. So.
Yeah, false start.
Well,
Thank goodness.
The Lord for, well, again, I think the center snapped it before everybody was ready.
False start, 5-yard penalty.
So that'll move the ball back to the 40. Still be 3rd down, but we're looking at about 16 now. Maybe send somebody deep, but have somebody crossing underneath them.
Yeah.
And try to see who's open.
Number 7 is Scardo on a slant here. 10 is standing up on both defensive ends are standing up. Here's a snap. He's looking. He finds a Scardo, and a Scardo dropped it.
Oh my gosh.
So out comes the punt team again. 5:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And you can blame that one on me.
Well, all these passes, the clock's not running, that's for sure. All these passes and drops and things like that. So 5:47 to go. Bulldogs are up 24-14 over the Manor Mustangs, and Bulldogs are going to punt here. And you would assume they would punt because it's 15 to go, 17 to go. Well, they should have snapped it. They had men on field. They could have got 5 yards. There's a snap, and they're coming. And there's a good little kick, and it's going to bounce at the 11. And it's going to roll. And they're going to stop it at about the.
They touched them first at the 4.
Yeah, which is still, that's good.
36-yard punt, no return. But you pin them back at the 4-yard line. You can't ask for much more than that.
Is it just me, or is he getting really good at his punts?
He's getting a lot better, yes.
Switching the field of play.
Yeah. He's been pinning them down. Well, I mean, his first punt was a 50-yarder, pinned him down, and both these other ones have been inside the 10. So, he's done really well on his punts.
And oftentimes he's having to come back after a long run.
Yeah.
And then go back there and punt. So they got wide receivers to the right, 2, and 1 to the left, and they've got the running back in the backfield with them. That's Petaway. Here's a snap. They're going to give it to Petaway. He's going to go off left tackle, and he's going to, gets out of 2 tackles. He's going to go through another, and he's going to get a first down out to about the 26, 27-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like the 27, so that was a 23-yard pickup.
If he wasn't off balance, he would have taken it to the house.
Yeah, he did well on that one, yes.
But again, he's got his hands on his hips. It's almost like maybe he's running out of gas.
Well, remember, it's 100 degrees down there, too.
Understand, but I'm not seeing the Bulldogs with hands on their hips, so I'm glad to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, they think he's wearing the team down, but...
Hand off to Petaway.
Reverse.
It's a reverse. And I mean, they're going to get a little bit out of it, but not much.
He got to the 31, so a 4-yard pickup, but like you say, not a whole lot. Now it's number 0.
2nd and 6. They're trying to get creative, and I'm sure they got to let Petaway breathe every once in a while.
Yeah,
they gave it to him, and then he flipped it to 0 to Guyton. There you go. They got it to Petaway again. He's going to the outside, and he is swarmed by ball. He doesn't seem to have that extra gear right now, and he loses a yard.
He does.
Going out to the right side, he was surrounded by 3 Bulldogs. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. There is a difference between playing running back and linebacker, especially when they want you to carry the rock every time.
Yeah.
And so in the first couple games, they kind of dominated. So maybe he's not been in this position again. Again, he's got his hands on his hips back there, Ben. Now he's leaning on his knees, but he's going to go out to the wide receiver spot. And the quarterback is looking for him. He's got to try to escape. He's in trouble. He's going to try to get it, throw it away, and it's going to be 4th down and 7. They just look discombobulated.
They do. It's like they can't believe this is happening to them type thing.
Yeah. 3:50 to go with a stop clock in the 3rd quarter. This 3rd quarter has taken a long time, Ben.
It has. It's a lot of throwing and a lot of incompletes. Glass is in its safety right now it drop back if they go into the pooch punt, which he's already backing up.
Yeah, and the personal protector is Titus Petaway. So here's a kick. And
yeah, there's a guy running on the field, so that's illegal motion. Send him back 5.
Yeah.
Or 12 men on the field, one of the two.
Back it up. Back it up, Flo. Yeah. Back it up.
Beep.
Pick your poison on that one, right?
Yeah, well, it's going to go back 5. So it should be back at the 25 now.
Again, we should get pretty good field position. We need to take this one down and score, guys.
Yeah, so we had opportunity the last 2 in really good field position and let them off the hook. We got to do it this time.
There's a snap, and he's punting it, and Glass is back, and he's going to catch it at the 30 and fall down. Oh, but he was down. He was down. I can't
No, he was down.
He was down originally.
Oh, they say he didn't have possession of the ball, I bet. So back at the 20.
That flops the field position. 19,
yes,
they're putting it at the 19, Ben.
19 now?
Yeah. Maybe the problem, though, has been we've been too close.
That's it. Yeah, we haven't had our full range here. 55-yard punt there. So the Dogs will take over with 3:37 left here in this 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter dominated by the Dogs. They just only have 7 points on the board to show for it.
Remember, Coach said he feels like we need 28 points to win this game. We're not there yet. Here's a handoff, and he's going to spin, and he's going to keep going forward. That's number 22,
That's
Freeman.
Freeman and his lineman friend are helping him, and he's got it all the way up to the 28, it looks
and
like.
that used to be against the rules.
Yeah,
that the they changed the rules. Yeah, they changed the rules, and so nowadays your lineman can just push in. That's really what happened there, and he kept his legs churning, and so it's going to be 2nd and 1. It's Kassan. Played a steady game tonight. There's another handoff, and he's going to be stopped and see if he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It appears as though
lost 1.
Maybe lost 1. So now you're at 3rd and
2.
8. I mean 3rd and 2. Yes, sorry. They had 2nd and 9 up on the board, so I was looking at that and I was adding a yard. And
boy,
can't trust the board anymore.
Nope.
3rd and a short 2, long 1. Kassan going up underneath center. And, somebody jumped.
Yeah, I hope it was them and touched when he came up. Let's see.
Everybody's pointing. And it looks like the important person with the white hat pointing at us. And we got a man down.
Now we got a personal foul on the coaches. And we'll take a break. We're on an official timeout right now.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Looking for uncommon talent? Meet the Grads of Life. They're not the typical candidates you're used to, but they're exactly who your company needs. An ideal fit for entry-level positions, internships, and even mentorships. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn more. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
No, they didn't give us 15.
No, it must have been the sideline warning. So now King's in the game at quarterback. We got a third down and about 7.
There's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff, and he's going to be stopped in maybe a half a yard, but that's going to be it. So it's going to be fourth down and for a long time there. I don't know, what is that, about 20?
Let's see. Oh, 4th and 8, 7. They're putting it at 21, so he actually did lose one on that.
So into punt is Demetrius Pierce. Personal protecting, there is Cuthbert to his right, and he will roll to his right, and he's going to kick it, and it's up, and going to bounce at about the 50 and land about the 49, 48, about the 48-yard line.
So 31-yard punt.
Well, slowly the Manor Mustangs have been flipping the field a little bit.
Yes, they have.
Just at about 10-yard increments on each drive here. 2:09 to go in the third quarter. You know, again, I'm just thinking, you know, again, if it's me, not the smartest guy in the world, but I think I would hammer up the middle right now.
Yeah, you got to run the big guy, but I'm glad they're not.
Here's the snap. Nope, they're going to throw again, and it looks like they're trying to go about a 9-yard pass, and he's tackled right away. That may be their longest pass in the air all night, and he was hit. And our guys are going for a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
Courage. I learned it from my adoptive mom.
Hold my hand. You hold my hand. Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse? Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph when blam, ran right into
All right, welcome back to Bulldawg Stadium. The short timeout is over. It's 2nd and 2 on the Bulldog. Let's see here. That's the 44-yard line. Manor across midfield. Again, quarterback Zardavets. Easy for me to say. Zardavets, here he goes. He's going to throw it. Pump fakes it. Now he's looking to roll. He's looking to run. Now he's just going to throw it up in the air and throw it out of bounds. And, man, Bulldogs will take that. It's now 3rd and 2.
Yeah, the corner took away that quick pass and looked like he could have ran, but he just decided to throw the ball away and live for another down.
Yeah, it looks like I would think this is Petaway territory, the tailback. He's a senior. Big, strong guy, 6'1", about 225. And you got a big line. Here's a snap. There's the handoff. He's going to take it off tackle, and he is going to have a first down and gets about 5 yards.
And gets it to the 40 and moves the chains. 4-yard pickup and a fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. Dogs clinging to a 10-point lead right now, and minute 25 and counting in this third quarter.
We need another big turnover here, Ben.
That would be marvelous.
Here comes the snap. And here's the handoff. He goes off tackle to the left tackle, and he's in the secondary, and he's going to make a couple cuts, and he's in the end zone. And I tell you, honestly, those cuts don't look that tremendous, but they work. So that's a Mustang touchdown. So it's now 24-20. point after to come. And, you know, again, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're listening to us down there and on Bulldog Network. You know, that's what I would do for the rest of the game and just hand him the ball because he has the ability to break it.
Yeah, and like you said, he made a couple cuts and then nobody could catch him.
Coach said that he bent over. I think he runs straight up. He looks like an Eric Dickerson to me.
Yeah, he's not as upright as Dickerson, but, yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of body lean.
All right, here comes the snap, and the hold is not good. It's blocked, and it's picked up by the Bulldogs. And I don't know who has it, but he's to the 40, to the 50. He's got blockers. He's to the 30, and they're going to try to chase him down. He's going to have to cut back, and he does. And that's a Bulldog 2 points. Or, yeah, 2 points, I believe.
That's number 9.
Number 3.
No, it's 9.
Is it 9?
Anthony Jackson.
Anthony Jackson.
He got the 2 points for the Dogs.
Woo! And those 2 points could come up big later. So the Bulldogs are up 26-20, which means the next touchdown we make, Ben, would probably be a 2-point conversion.
Yes.
Well, or even if we make a field goal now, it's a 2-possession game.
And you talk about turning the momentum. They score, and then we block the PAT and run it back for 2 points. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Just when they think, okay, maybe we got something here.
All right, let us take a break. Let us catch our breath. You're listening to Varsity Football on Bulldog Radio.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse? Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon. Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
All right, back here at Bulldawg Stadium. That was a 4-play, 52-yard drive, taking 1:04 off the clock. Petaway ran the last 40 yards for a touchdown. The Mustangs lined up for their extra point, but it was blocked. I didn't catch the number of the person who blocked it, but Coves Jackson picked it up and returned it about 80 yards for the 2-point conversion to put the Dogs ahead 26-20 now, and they will be receiving the kickoff.
And that's really taking advantage of it was a bad snap and a bad hold. Here comes the kick. What's he doing with it? He is going to kick it down the middle, and that's going to be number 87 with the ball. He's to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. He's trying to take it out to the outside. He cuts back in. He's going to be down on the 26 or 27-yard line.
Yeah, he got it at about the 6. So
87, Irick.
So if you're marking him at the 26, so he had about a 20-yard return.
All right, if you're the Bulldogs, man, we just need to at least go down and get a field goal here, Ben.
Yeah, drive down the field and get some momentum going again.
Really, the guys that are doing it for them is their 3 up front, and then the linebackers, they're sending one linebacker. The 3 up front are taking up the blocks, right? And they're sending a linebacker from different positions.
Yes.
Kassan, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Nobody in the backfield. They got a tight end in, so here's a throw, and it's out to the outside, and he is going to be tackled after a catch right at the line of scrimmage.
That was Glass, so no gain on that. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, he was quick on that. I sure would like to see a pump fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you got to set those plays up.
I mean, that was quick. He was quick on that. So there's 31 seconds, but there's 24 seconds on the play clock, so we're going to have to run at least one more here before the 4th quarter.
And the good news is Kassan is back in at quarterback.
Yes, that's great. Yeah, you know, I knew he was in, but I didn't think about saying that. And, yeah, you just hate to see him out the way he has a good command of the game.
So same formation, trips right, twins left.
There's a snap. Kassan looking. He sees somebody set. Miller just kind of sits down after about 5 or 6 yards. And
got it to the 34. So that's an 8-yard pickup, bringing up 3rd down and 2.
And as Big Joe used to say, 4 fingers up in the air, Ben. 4 fingers in the air. And Bulldogs looking to take it home. It's 26-20. You're listening to Bulldog football.
Do you need an automotive repair shop that you can trust? Visit Texas Discount Automotive, your local family-owned automotive shop. We are determined to provide the best service, repair, and experience possible. Call today at 254-458-8665 or visit us online at txdiscountautomotive.com. Texas Discount Automotive. We have discounts for everybody.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
With car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
All right, back here to start the fourth quarter. It's 26-20, and we've got, what do we got?
12 minutes to go?
No.
I'm just messing with you.
They're on the wrong way. It should be third down and 2, and they got it going 3rd and 8 or 9.
Should be second down.
No, third, because they had it incomplete.
Okay, the scoreboard has it wrong then.
Yeah, they're trying up there. They're trying. Okay,
now they're getting it right.
So third and, looks like
3rd and 2 is what it should be.
But they got it now 3rd and 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
All right, closer.
Kassan calls for the ball and
false start.
We moved. So that's going to cost us 5. So it's going to be 3rd and 8
now.
Everybody's pointing at each other though.
Not good. We got to.
Well, but you know what? The fact they're talking about this, that means that Manor maybe could be in the neutral zone. No, maybe they just needed the number of who did it. It's a 5-yard penalty, guys. You can't. There you go. You can't take it back to 1st and 3rd and 10.
We already lost a yard on the quarter
swap.
change.
Bulldogs take the snap. Kassan looking downfield. Oh, he jukes out the defender. He's got a man downfield, and it's Pierce. Great catch. And he's got a catch for a first down at the 45-yard line.
The Mustang 45.
46 is where they mark it, but...
Okay, 46.
That's really elementary. We don't care as long as he gets it. So we are now in the Manor end of the field.
So that was a 25-yard completion.
Well, that is huge, Ben. That's huge because, again, if we don't make that, they're getting pretty good field position again, and it's 26-20 Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was a big completion there for a first down.
Snap. Looking to his left. Looking to his right. And he winds up. He's got a man wide open. He just missed him. Oh, that should be a flag. There's no need for that hit.
I think he acted a little on that. I'm just being honest.
Slightly.
But why not?
Well, he got me. He got me.
He did get you.
So it's 2nd and 10.
The guy barely bumped into him. And he acted like a truck hit him. But hey, why not?
Got a great acting class.
Yeah, he's a drama.
A thespian, right?
Yeah.
Want to make sure we say hi to Sherry Hoffpower. She's got her cookies up here tonight.
Oh, yes. I enjoyed one.
Here's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be a nice little run off to the right side, and it's going to be a first down.
Right at it. Yeah. He may have put him a yard short. Let's see where they mark it.
Somebody's head fell off out there. No, it was actually a helmet.
Yeah, 1 yard short it looks like, so 3rd down and 1.
But if you wanted anybody to go out on a short down distance, it's their big center, big nose guard. His helmet came off, so Bulldogs got the ball. They snapped quick, and they stopped him. Boy, he lost about a yard. I mean, they ran that so quick. I don't even know if our guys were ready for it. He lost 3 yards, so now here comes a punt team. I was looking down at my paper, and they, I didn't even notice they were snapping the ball.
I didn't either. I was doing a little paperwork like you. So now Pierce is in punt formation. Again, he could be thinking about dialing up something because you're in the Mustangs end of the field, but I kind of doubt it. I think they'll kick it away.
There's a snap.
Oh, short to Cuthbert.
And he's got the first down. There's a direct snap. He's still going. He's down to the 24-yard line.
See, I was wrong. 16-yard pickup and a first down.
Anthony Johnson magic right there.
Yeah, that is huge for the Bulldogs. That's huge for the defense not having to go back out there. That's huge on the time clock. As it's 10-16 to go, you just want to chew up this clock if you're the Bulldogs. Get down here and score. And again, even if you can just get in field goal range, we definitely want the touchdown. We want to dial up Big Joe Lombardi's voice. There's no doubt about it. But, man, you just got to get down here. Almost, probably need about another 15 yards, though, for field goal position.
Yeah, you'd like to see him run 3 or 4 more minutes off the clock.
And it's going to be another handoff, this time to Freeman. Freeman's going to get 5 or 6, maybe 7. And he's still getting pushed, No whistle. Big Uni pushes him from behind.
Looks like they're marking him
as the Uni was clearing people off. I hope that's not on us.
A flag. I was looking down.
Somebody did something because they kept pushing, and who knows. I think Uni was trying to get people off the pile, off his guy.
Well, that was an 8-yard pickup. Now we'll see what the flag is. And the Dogs are walking back. These are the things that we got to eliminate. So instead of 2nd down and 2,
2nd 17.
We're at 1st and, because it's after the play. 2nd and 17 now. Back at the 31.
He's trying to help his teammate. Sometimes you get Kassan gets and they're going to give it to Freeman again. Freeman's going to get about 5 or 6 yards there.
And it looks like they're marking it at the 27.
Yeah, again, here you're just trying to get 5 or 6 yards so you can make it manageable on 3rd down. You're not even looking necessarily for the first down on 3rd down, right? You're looking to get about 8 yards.
Positive, half. Like they always say, get half of it.
Yeah. So it's 3rd and 13.
So 6, 7, 8, 14.
Yeah. 14 would be perfect. 31. Here comes the snap. Looking to his left. He's got pressure. He steps in, and he's throwing it into the end zone. He's got a man wide open.
He fell.
He slips, and he probably overthrew him anyways. And our guy had to put on the brakes. Oh, my goodness, he was wide open. Oh, my goodness, he was wide open. Oh, my goodness, he was wide open. But it's hard.
Down.
He was running to his left and had to shift his shoulders because he's right-handed and throw back across, and that ball just sailed on him.
But I think it was glass, but he was open.
Yeah. And Glass tried to put on the brakes and go upfield, and his feet went out from underneath him. Kassan, in the backfield, looks like it's can't tell who it is. It's 22, I believe.
I think it's Freeman still in there. Yes.
Yeah. Kassan gets the ball, looking right, looking left. He's going to slip into the left. He's going to look. He's looking. He's throwing, and he just. Oh, is that a late hit? Yes, it is. We'll get a first down.
Number 3.
And then again, that just is. I'm glad he hit him. Helmet to helmet, almost. That could be. He could be. We'll see what happens.
They're talking too. It may be a target.
It's going to be automatic first down, no matter what.
Yes.
And he was just throwing it out of the back of the end zone, Ben.
Yes, he was, because he couldn't go make the first down with his legs.
But again, sometimes when you're chasing that quarterback, man, you're like, man, I did so much. I just want to get a hit on him. And I'm not so sure that I wouldn't do the same thing sometimes.
So they're talking. I don't know
if there's no doubt it's against him, but I'm just wondering if they're targeting or what.
Well, they may be saying he was outside the tackle box, so he was a runner. I don't know. I'm not sure why they're talking to coach, so it's got to be.
Yeah, they're picking it up.
Let's see. All the conference is over. We'll see what he calls.
Well, he don't have a flag to wave off. I don't see him waving anything off. would think coach would be going ballistic if they called it off.
Intentional grounding against the quarterback.
And then
a late
foul.
hit.
Okay, we'll
targeting. They offset, 4th down over. But that player's ejected. Number 3 is ejected for the helmet-to-helmet hit.
They're going to walk him off the field. And that's their corner.
Yes. So now they're going to bring in a backup corner on 4th down. Do you just throw it up to Glass?
I would.
I second that.
In comes number 14.
That's not on our roster.
That's not on the roster, so
I'd test him.
I believe it's time to test him.
He's not even a roster
Of course,
player.
they've got a safety over top.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
They got him double teamed, so
yeah, blanketed.
Here's a snap. He's looking. He's going to Glass. It's he's going to Miller.
And he got the interference in the end zone. 15 yards and a first down for the Dogs.
What kind of first down is it?
That's
a Chick-fil-A first down.
There we go.
That's a spicy Chick-fil-A first down.
Heck yeah.
Well, we're going to talk to Brian Hawkins and see if he can make us a little first down mark, just like we got the Joe Lombardi touchdown.
We'll get a bumper going.
So they should mark off 15 and...
it might be half the distance because they're inside the 30. I don't know.
I had this last night. The ball was at the 18. It was a personal foul. They went all the way to the 3.
Yeah,
I didn't know if they changed it where
personal foul's different.
Well, I don't know. Well, they're marking.
They're giving them all 15.
Yeah, so it's down at the 12.
That's my favorite place, Ben.
I know. That's where you like it.
I love just getting a first down at the 12 or 13 because then you can get that first down inside that, again, the 2 or 3 yard line. It's a great position to have.
And we're down
14's not happy. He better watch out. He may get a flag. He's doing his hands up at the official.
He's the one who got the
I'd go right back at him.
Now we got Glass on him again.
Man in motion. Here we go. And it's going to be a run up the middle with Freeman, and he's not going to get hardly anything. Oh, second effort, he might get a yard.
I think they just corralled him where he was. No gain.
So again, if you're the Bulldogs, there's 2 things at play here, right? You're running that clock. There's 8:10 to go. By the time you snap this, you're under 8 minutes. Really, all you need is a field goal. Coaches hate to rely on kickers. I know that. But if you can get a touchdown
then
here,
that's a 2-score game, yes.
Yeah, field goal makes it a 2-score game as well.
That's what I'm saying. Field goal make it a 2-score game.
But a touchdown really, really makes it a 2-touchdown game, right?
Yes.
So Kassan, here's a snap. And I thought he threw it. He's trying to throw it.
I saw him going. I thought, ooh, because he was open, but the defender knocked it down, incomplete.
Did you see who it was? It was their big number 1.
Oh, their DN.
Yeah, trying to throw it over him is pretty difficult.
I said, ooh, because he was open.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 from your favorite spot on the field, the 12.
Yeah, but I'd feel better if it was 3rd and about 3 right now.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Big play in the game here. Kassan gets a snap, looks to his right. He pumps, he's looking, he doesn't see anybody. He rolls to his right, looks, and the ball is hit at the line of scrimmage by who? Number 1
again. That's
Guys
2 in a row.
Yeah. And the problem is if you roll Kassan out to the left,
he's the wrong way.
It's his wrong way.
He has to set his feet and turn his shoulders. And I mean, you watch pros don't do that. So it's hard to do that.
All right. So they're going to attempt the field goal here.
Sophomore Luna in to attempt the field goal, and it looks like it's going to be about a 28 or 9 yarder. He was good on a 25 yarder earlier.
Yeah, plenty of distance later. And he's almost to the middle of the field, just a little bit to the right. So not a lot of angle here, Ben, which is excellent. There's a flag on the field. They were calling timeout.
Did they give it to him?
5 yards.
It's like nobody saw him? I was doing some paperwork, I'm sorry. No, they took him back 5, so nobody saw the timeout.
Well, that's a huge.
Yes.
That's huge. That's huge.
Oh, wait. No. So the ball's spotted at the 24, so it'll be a 34-yard field goal.
Here's the snap, the hold, the ball's up, and it's blocked. And now they've got a chance to go get a touchdown. He picks it up, and great on the tackle. He's going to get tackled at the 45. And that's how quick momentum can change.
Yeah, he picked up about the 35 and took it to the Dogs' 45. So a 25-yard return.
They're long on that front defensive line. They're just long and big.
All right, Mustangs start in the Dogs' territory at the 46.
Bulldogs got a 6-point lead here, clinging to the lead. We need another 3 and out here. There's a snap. He's looking, and he's got pressure. He's got to get rid of it, and he does. Number 2, he drops the ball.
It's still out. Did the Dogs get it?
No, they got back on top of it, I think, and it'll probably be second down and about 2 to go.
Yep.
Luckily, he dropped it, and there was about 4 guys up in front of him. Whew. I don't know if my heart can take much more of this. Holy smokes. So it's going to be second and 2 to go. Second and 1.
One, yeah, really one.
Yeah.
He gained a yard on the fumble, I guess.
6:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs up by 6, 26-20. Here comes the snap to Zattervets. He's going to delay handoff. And they got the first down to about the 29. But I'm telling you, he's carrying that ball like a loaf of bread. He looks tired, Jim. What's your name?
Not Jim. Jim was like
Jim 20 years
7 years ago.
And I almost called you Joe, and but he still looks as tired as my brain must be right now.
But
So
they
it's
do got a
first
new
and 10.
set of downs.
Yeah.
6:22 and counting.
There's a snap, and they give it to the big boy again, and he's got 5, 6, 7, 8 yards, 8.5.
They're marking it at the 22, so 7-yard pickup. And that, if again, we're not their coaches, that'd be my strategy. Just feed him.
Yeah.
Feed him.
Nobody else touches the ball but Petaway. Here comes the snap. Hand off again to Petaway. He's going to get a Bulldog. I mean, he's going to get a Manor first down.
Down to the 16. So that was a 6-yard pickup.
5:35 to go.
Rodriguez on the tackle. But right now, that would be the call. Time for Dogs to step up and get him.
Here comes the snap. I thought they moved, but no call. Oh, they get him in the backfield, and he'll lose a couple yards. They push him way back, but forward. Oh, they're giving him forward progress only at the 21 because he loops back.
Well, that's about where they got him, I think.
No, they got him. No. He was pretty close to the line of scrimmage, but he kept fighting, and he got loose for a second, so that's where you get pushed back.
So he lost 5 on that one.
That's huge. Second down now in about 14 or 15 yards. Ball's on the 21-yard line. Trying to get into the Bulldog end zone. There's a snap. He's going to throw it. He's looking to throw it. He doesn't know what to do.
Now he's rolling.
And he's going to get tackled out of bounds. And he's going to lose 2 more yards.
22 or 3. Let's see. Looks like they're marking it at the 22. So they lost 1, but that's fine because they covered his first read on that one. So we got third down and about 15. Of course, you're in 4-down territory. We've got 4:26 on the clock. They're running out of time here.
Man in motion from right to left, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. And
he was going
moving
forward,
He was
so
going,
they'd be back.
He got bumped by the running back. He got bumped by Petaway. Petaway was in his way, so that made him go forward at the snap right then.
Yeah.
And so now that's 5 more yards.
Yep.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 20.
3rd and 20.
Man, what a football game tonight.
If you're a Manor fan, you're not thinking so, but when you're a Dog fan, you sure are.
If you're just a casual fan, you're saying, man, this is a hard-fought game.
Yes. Yeah, if you don't have a dog in the fight, it's been an entertaining game.
Here comes the snap. He's looking. He's throwing. He's got a man wide open.
Our defender fell down.
And that's a touchdown. Our guy fell down.
And that's number 13 on the reception.
And really,
Buck,
our defensive line didn't get pressure on him.
No, he had plenty of time, and then our defender fell, and that was it.
26-26. We've had a blocked field goal so far. Can we get another one, or are they going to go for 2?
I don't see why they would.
I wouldn't, unless you just think you can't get a kickoff.
If you think you can, your big boy will get in. But come on, you got to take the 1, don't you?
Well, there's a timeout.
They called a timeout.
Yeah, we'll take it with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
All right, back at Bulldawg Stadium. We got 4:17 left here in this 4th quarter, and we're all tied up at 26, and it looks like they're going to go for 2. I don't see their kicker out there.
No.
They brought their nose tackle in, looks like to play tackle now. So and they got their sniffer back on the right. Looks like a power right. Now the Dogs call timeout. No? Yes, the Dogs call timeout.
And if nothing else, see if you come back and kick it, you made the Bulldogs use one of their timeouts.
You used one of their timeouts, correct.
All right, we'll take it with them. Bulldogs are tied, 26-26. Extra point coming or 2-point conversion. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
Hello, Bulldog fans. If you or somebody you know is looking for a great employment opportunity, check out Chick-fil-A. You can just go to zippyapp.com, that's zippyapp.com, and fill out an application. We'd love to have you join us. We have a great environment, great people, and we don't work on Sundays. So come on down and join the Chick-fil-A family, and go Dogs.
Put out this campfire.
Dad, Smokey Bear said to.
Drown it with water, then stir with a shovel and repeat until cool.
Wow, where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Well, Zardovet's, he's been inconsistent in the second half, and the best consistency he's had is handing the ball off to Petaway.
Yeah,
and they got a big package in there right now.
They do. They have, and he's up under center.
There's a snap. There's a handoff. He's rolling. Yeah, he's going to try to take it himself, and he's in for 2. Unless they just didn't have confidence in their kicker, I'm not for sure why. It's not to their advantage either way there.
Yeah, I don't understand
Go up by 2, 28-26. So they score. We'll be back in a minute. It's 4:17 left to go on the clock. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
I'm just texting him back. I'm just posting a story. I'm just changing the song.
No. When it comes to distracted driving, just don't. Sending a text takes your eyes off the road for just 5 seconds, but in that time, your car can travel the length of an entire football field. Any distracted driving just isn't worth it.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
When you shop Goodwill, you don't just bring home a vintage dress or cat lamp. You bring home so much good to your community because everything you buy funds local job training and more. Goodwill, bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
All right. right, we're back. That was a 46-yard, 8-play drive, taking 3:04 off the clock. The last 27 yards, a pass from Zardavets to Buck, and Zardavets ran in the 2-point conversion. Mustangs up 28-26. Don't understand the 2-point because we can still kick a field goal to go ahead. So I don't know.
Glass is back to the right. In the middle is Irick, and to our left here, or to the left side over here is Cuthbert.
Yeah. Need a good return here.
It sure would help, yes, sir.
And get us some good field position.
Here comes the kick, and it's going to go down the middle. And somebody needs to get on that ball, and it's going to be Glass picking it up at the 18. He's going across the field, and he's going to be missed the tackle there. He's to the 25. He's still up to the 30 as he bounces, goes down to the 2-point stance, and moves all the way up to about the 45. And that's a good return. 46-yard line, Ben.
Yeah, 46. So 28-yard return.
4:06 left on the clock. The Bulldogs are down by 2, 28-26. Bulldogs have 2 timeouts left. Plenty of time, really, to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, they're good, and good field position to start the drive. Just got to methodically move down. You know, you don't need huge plays, just no negative plays, no penalties. That's what even hurt our field goal attempt, backed up 5 more.
There's a snap. He's looking. He's looking. He's looking. He's rolling. He's rolling. He's rolling out to his right. Throw it away, kid. Throw it away, kid. And he tries to throw it, and he does. And, oh, my goodness, there's some extracurricular activity, I feel like, out there, but none called. Keep your cool. Keep your cool if you're the Bulldogs here. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Obviously, I think we're in 4-down territory.
Oh, yes.
Kassan gets back. 14 seconds left to go on the play clock. There's a snap. Gets it out to 15. He does catch it. He's out to the 50. He's going to go forward all the way down to about the 47.
That was Butler, and they're keeping the clock running.
And what a slow developing play, but he gets about 8 out of it. So you're looking at 3rd and 2. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3.
3.
Boy, that ball hung up in the air forever.
It sure did.
He just it was almost like a loop pass to him in the flat, and that did give people time to get to him, but he just fought for those 7 yards. So it's 3rd and 3. 2 guys to the right, 2 to the left for Cuthbert. Man on his protection side is on the right. And he's going to go straight up the middle, and he's got a Bulldog first down at 40. And then he's hit.
He slid, and then the guy hit him, and that's going to be 15 more.
I don't know is that flag for that, though. I don't know.
Yeah, it has to be because he gave himself up. You can't hit him in the head. They're marking him down at the 41.
Well, I could be holding, Ben.
No,
he's pointing against us. I'm telling you, I felt like that came out before the hit.
So we're backing up.
So it's going to be 3rd.
I thought it was a delayed hit on him because right when he went down, got hit when I saw the flag come flying, but you saw it before I did. We're killing ourselves with these mental errors. So the ball's back at the Dogs' 44-yard line
3rd and 12. 3rd and 12.
Should be 2nd down again, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I would think so. He's looking, he's throwing, he's got, it doesn't matter because he's got Izquierdo. He's running all over the field. He's down to the 31-yard line. Oh, he's like a bug on water there, Ben, as he caught the ball and he just skimmed across the defense.
25 yards.
First down. It's now 2:52 to go. Is there a flag? They're stopping.
Oh, we got an officials timeout, so we can take a break with them. You're listening to Varsity Football on Bulldog Radio.
Or after the game is over, Chick-fil-A is always the right choice. We've got hot, tasty food served in a friendly manner, and it's always fresh. So come on down and see us at Chick-fil-A.
Box combo, please. At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day. And our chicken is hand-battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Love in the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
All right, let's reset it. 2:52 to go. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're down by 2, but they are on the Manor 31-yard line after a big play by Izquierdo. So the Bulldogs now have 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Cuthbert, the running back for Kassan. Here's a snap, and he's gonna run it up the middle, and he goes for no gain.
Just no gain, yep.
Looked like they were ready for that one.
They tried to follow Cuthbert through the hole, but yeah, they were waiting for that one.